everybody, this is a light language transmission. It's been landing for about 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that. It feels very connected to the previous reading I did at that time. Similar themes of going very inner yeah, there's been a lot of resistance on my part to bring the codes in for this one. I think it just feels very big, very monumental, which is kind of represented by the mountain there as well. A lot of information has been pouring in all week connected to this. You know, everything you see or hear seems to be somehow connected. I've done a couple of I put one painting up, and I've created a painting in the meantime which also feel connected. And this inner core image here, I've painted a painting very similar to that with a dove in a love heart, anchoring the illuminated heart into humanity. So it feels very much like another step in that direction, like the next level of that happening. I know there is immense astrology at the moment about us stepping into our purpose, so we have our inner core there, yeah, really diving in and knowing ourselves, knowing who we are, what we're here for, feeling it, and see how that's bursting out. The inner core is bursting out. It's breaking the boundaries. It's breaking through the glass ceiling. It's breaking out of the box. You can't fit in the box anymore. And what I'm finding is very, very much today on the solar eclipse, I feel that sense of dread and depression and frustration at being in situations that are no longer aligned, and all of those reasons for staying there and doing that just don't seem anywhere near as important as breaking out. It's part of a bigger movement. It feels bigger than us, and it's also about blowing your mind, like thinking outside the box as well, allowing yourself to dream bigger, allowing yourself to see things you haven't seen before because your mindset was focused on smaller things in a smaller place. So this mountain is clarity. This mountain is getting the highest perspective, going up to the higher perspective, seeing the big picture. You're breaking out of the smallness into the vastness. The mountain also, I see it as, like, if you say someone was like a mountain, you would see them as something that you can't get over or get around, something very solid and sturdy, that is not moving, something that would take a lot to get past. And I feel right now all those things that it's taking a lot to get past, that have seemed insurmountable, and now it's like the messages I've been getting is we have wings, we've got our wings, we can fly to the top of the mountain now. I'll put a link below for the artwork I just did, which is about the hummingbird and how it can fly to the top of the mountain and fertilize even the top of the mountain where the insects can't go, because it brings its love and light. So I've got feathers here have come into this reading. This is a channeled angel, the angel of light language. I found some clay and channeled her through. She's got crystals in her hands and the scales, the balance of feather. she's got wings too, obviously. So it's very much about connecting our inner core of who we are, grounded on the earth, right up through to our higher selves, our higher knowing, the part of us that sees the big picture, the big perspective. This is the Elemental Oracle cards. And so the inner core is about solidity. Stay constant in your endeavors. Do not stop your progress. Seek those who are reliable and solid. Keep your promises. The greatest power is from the inside out. It's being really solid in who you are, in what you say, in what you do, the truth of your own being. Being consistent in that, not dropping in and out of it into ego or fear or anything like that, but staying solid in the truth of who you are and allowing that to burst out of you. So the hummingbird painting is also about letting your essence expand through you to affect the world rather than being affected by the world around you. Therefore, you're transmuting with love and light, which is very powerful. The mountain is about clarity, but obviously a mountain is very solid. There is an advantage to looking at things from a higher perspective. You're too close to something to see it properly and clearly. Take the high road, look at the big picture. Are you making too big a deal of something? So with that, there's also been a lot coming up around being too close and too focused on something that makes it stuck, because you're holding this really strong perspective on some aspect of your life or some problem or some situation or some relationship, because your mindset is so restricted around that, and you're not breaking out and seeing a higher perspective or breaking out of the box. You are consolidating that situation as it is and not letting it change, not letting the light in to transform it or to resolve it. And by stepping back, you can allow that light and love to move in and transform it. Also, she's sleeping in this image. So I see also the higher perspective, the light codes, the inner knowing, the inspiration coming in through your sleep or in meditation. And I've had this message a lot for the collective recently, over the build up to this eclipse cycle. Akatatita katatatita katakatoko toko toko toko. Akatatita katatatita katakatako. Akatatita katatatata katakatako toko koko. Akatatita katoko koko. So, I wanted to talk also a bit about soul connections, twin flames, relationships. I've had a lot of my messages do come in through during my sleep, sometimes in dreams, but usually the dreams have a very different vibe to them, a different feeling to them. And my body tingles. My body's tingling when I wake up. So I know it's come with light codes, or that I've been traveling in my light body, and that what I remember, even if it seems dreaming, is higher intelligence and higher consciousness. So what I've been getting about the divine masculine is that I keep having these dreams where the divine masculine, so for those in separation, I think this is more relevant, but it's relevant for everybody. And remember, we have divine masculine and feminine inside us, so interpret this how you will, but the information I'm getting is that the divine masculine is knocking on the divine feminine's door. He's reviewed the separation. He's recognized where he needs to take responsibility or accountability where he may not have been until now. And he knocks on the door of the divine feminine. And I see her open the door. And then I wake up. So there's no verbal communication. There's a look of apology, or I'm back, or let's talk about it, on the divine masculine's face. And there's no clarity as to whether the divine feminine is receptive or not. The message, the song message that comes with that, the words that come with that, and this is relentless, it has not left me alone for days, weeks, yes, is probably since this spread has been percolating, is I know nothing stays the same, but if you're willing to play the game, I'll be coming around again. What else can I do? I believe in love. What else can I do? I'm so in love with you. So it's very much about the divine masculine who maybe has been suppressing the divine love that he feels or knows is there, but hasn't been necessarily convenient to follow that. Almost like that love is bursting through from the core now. It's more important than the reasons not to follow it, in the same way as I was speaking earlier about the things that are gone, that are not relevant in your life, that you're still somehow participating in. The push, the internal push to break out of those things and move away from them is stronger than the reasons to stay. And this is a spiritual, evolutionary, cosmic effect that we all share as part of humanity, especially light workers and especially twin flames, when we're talking about ascending. Twin flames come together to wake each other up, to be catalysts for the growth and evolution, especially in relationships, to be able to transform the lower relationship templates into divine, sacred relationships, and bring more love and light onto the planet by embodying it in self and in relation to other. So I've been getting a lot of messages about cycles and duality and polarity, which the twin flames also represent, that polarity, and harmonizing those polarities to come into union, from separation into union, from opposites into harmony, whilst still holding those opposing characteristics, values, perspectives, coming into a harmonious union with those. So those are all codes that have been coming in this week. So I'll link the other painting that I've posted today, because there are codes in there for that, about harnessing those cycles and harmonizing duality. So this love and this inner truth is bursting through the divine masculine and the divine feminine. See, in this painting, there's male and female are there facing outwards, they're facing away from each other, and that is bursting. So also the fact that the divine feminine, that I wake up at the point the divine feminine opens the door, is that the divine masculine is coming back around again as per the cycles, the cosmic cycles, the ascension cycles, coming back around again, to wake the feminine up, to wake them up. And will she be, when she opens the door, will she let him in? Atatati takatokoko, akatati takakatoko tokotokoti takatakaka. And the other thing is, if you're willing to play the game. So I feel that this is very much related to whether you're going to stay in your karmic patterns, the toxic cycles that you're here to transmute, whether you're choosing to step up and ascend and clear out all of those barriers, blockages, like this mountain, to union, to sacred union, to divine relationship. We incarnate specifically in these two separate vessels that are opposing to clear and transmute and work through the hurdles that are the toxic patterns in humanity that are embedded in the lower relationship templates, to transform them, to transmute them, to raise them to higher consciousness, to raise them to sacred union. So are you at the point of clearing up those games and those blockages? Because if so, there's another opportunity to connect the divine masculine, the divine feminine together, to clear more of those blockages, to really move into the expression of your inner core, of the truth of who you are, what you're here for as a twin flame unity as well, and overcome those hurdles, see the higher perspective, ascend, and really step into your divine purpose and really make a difference in your own life and in the world. That feels like the message. I feel this Astara, the angel of light language, yep, so she's filling my heart now. We're just going to bring through clearing and activation. She's saying this is a choice point, it's a turning point, pointing out the polarity between the inner core of the earth, the inner core of ourselves, which we are connected, the macrocosm and the microcosm, we're connected to the earth, we're also connected to the cosmos, and we encompass all of that. So we encompass the inner core right out to the tip of the mountain, which is the furthest most point you can get from the inner core in our physical bodies, without wings. It's really about straddling of spanning the polarities. Removing judgment, but stepping into our divine flow, our divine movement. Recognizing our wings and where they can carry us, and letting them lift us off the ground. I just want to ask you to really open up your heart, allow yourself to ground, and tell your body that it's safe to receive these codes. It feels like these are very high vibrational codes that may feel a bit foreign to your physical body. Akatata, that's better. Akatatita, I can feel that difference. Akatatita kakatoko. They feel very powerful. It feels like a lot to receive. So again, this is a choice to receive these codes. Please check in with yourself. If you wish to receive them, then open up. Akatatati. Ground yourself, open your heart. Akatatati takataka. Akatatati taka. That feels really much more open now. Akatatati takakatokoko tokoko. Akatatati takakaka. Akatatati. There's a really big heart expansion. Akatatati takakatoko tokoko 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 tokoko. I'm seeing my painting. I will add it here. Akatatati takata, which is the illuminated heart of humanity. Akatatati takataka toko 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 titakata tatatakata. I'm seeing heart shapes, lots and lots of heart shapes. Akatatati. You being absolutely filled with love. Akatatati takatakati takata. Akatatati takatakataka toko 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 tatatati takatakaka. Akatatati takatakatakatakata. Akatatatatatatititititititititi akatakatakata. Akatatati takatakata. Akatatati takatakatakatukutukutukutu. Akatatatati takatatati takatakaka. Okay, it feels like it's moving right down what I would call the core, the midline of your body, like a pillar of light, a pillar of love from heavens through your crown, through the middle of your body, down into the core of the earth. The main activations I'm feeling is the crown and the heart. It's huge expansions, very golden. It's also clearing the base chakra. takato. I'm seeing eyes, I'm seeing various levels of eyes open and closed, which is, I guess, a symbol of awakening. Awakening consciousness. I'm feeling illumination of the energy field, like glowing, like the cells of the body have been activated and upgraded. And elevated. Okay, so that light language component was fairly short, but please be aware that the whole transmission, you were receiving codes from the moment you started watching this video. And also telling me that it is powerful and transformative. Like as big as this mountain, really big turning point, really big shift. You've expanded to encompass your inner truth all the way out to the extreme highest levels that are possible currently on the earth. Delve gently and sweetly into the new possibilities that have opened up to you. Listen to your inner compass. It will guide you. The word doesn't seem to exist, but it means in entirety, in infinity, in like without interruption. Constant guidance is there. You have access to it. Yeah, okay. Thank you. That was the transmission. So again, that was a lot of codes that were very transformative. So please do take the time to integrate gently. Listen to your body about what you eat and drink when you're active, when you're still, when you rest, when you interact with others, and drink a lot of water. Blessings, everybody.